Hello.
Hi.
Good evening. How's everyone doing?
So, hi ladies, how are y'all?
We are hanging all in there, I think.
Hanging in there. Just gonna say
All right. Well,
Getting crazy.
I want to say to anyone watching, anyone listening, whatever, welcome to Total Package Podcast. We have no fucking clue what we're doing tonight, so have fun.
We're just
Yeah,
doing
that's
this. I think at this point in our staying in, we're kind of starting to go a little crazy.
Hey, this is my first week actually on quarantine, so this is actually like I'm still in I'm liking this phase.
Yeah, until you get to like week 6, 5, however many weeks we've been in.
Basically a month.
I get 2 because I'm getting over being sick, so I'm off this week and next week, and then
I have a random question for you ladies. Since we are quarantine more, I'm sure you guys are braless more. Have you noticed some extra chafing going on?
Oh no! I still have the girls.
Yeah, I'm still wearing a bra.
Booby trapped.
Yeah.
Nope, no booby trap here.
Mine are too big.
I still have to go to work, so.
Mine are too big to go without a bra.
I would be afraid if I didn't have one on. It would be too distracting to Jason.
And
probably.
I live in a household of 5, so it's kind of dodgy. If it was just me and my husband, I probably would.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. See, I won't go outside now. Right now, I'm not allowed to go outside. But if I go outside, I wear one. Period.
Well,
I won't even answer the door without one.
Hey, just remember, in Maryland, don't forget to put your pants on when you go check the mail.
I heard about that. Oh my god!
What happened? Oh, I didn't hear it.
People forgot to put pants on when going to check in the mail.
They actually had to put a law into effect in Maryland.
A law? Oh my god! I haven't read the news lately, so that's probably why. So.
I missed that one. That's awesome.
But did he have a mask on? That's the thing. If he had a mask on, he's fine.
Nude by mask.
Not fucking hanging out. And what was that video that Tam put up earlier today?
Oh, the video
pizza
with
guy.
Pizza.
That guy needs to
Oh my god, that
guy?
was so funny.
You mean
That is the
Wolfenstein?
pinnacle of boredom.
Yeah.
Pinnacle.
And the sad thing is, it was a really small pizza slice to protect his modesty.
He doesn't. He must.
It was muy poquito.
It was much too small.
Much too small. Either he was editing it out, which I doubt he was doing, or we've got peanuts.
He must be grower, not a shower.
That's possible too.
Yes, he's probably more of a grower.
But still,
he had
come on.
He had a slice of a personal pan pizza.
It was pretty sad. It was pretty sad.
Are we sure he wasn't a eunuch or something? He was singing very high. I mean, think about it.
Oh gosh. Yeah, he was singing very high. Oh my gosh. Maybe he was high.
I was gonna say maybe he was high.
Yeah, I'm sure he was.
Maybe
He knew that on the internet, but hey.
Do eunuchs still exist?
Not
Maybe
the liquid one.
Yeah, maybe like with unfortunate accidents.
Yeah, I mean the closest you probably get is like medical castration and things of that nature, but that's not a full departure of it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been actually watching a lot of YouTube. I go down these rabbit holes.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, I've been watching. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of documentaries, and one was about the harem, about how harems actually worked.
Oh, cool.
Uh-huh.
And it was really neat. I wouldn't ever have wanted to be part of a harem, but yeah, it was actually they were taken care of by the eunuchs.
Yeah, that's why they were units to, that way there was never any
Yeah.
confusion.
Sense. Okay.
It was actually pretty cool. I've been watching a lot of that, and then Ask a Mortician.
Right.
those are
I
fun.
remember that person. Yeah. Oh, actually. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I've been binging MythBusters, the original series, not the new one.
Mhm.
Oh, I
And
love that.
I don't tweet all that often, but I'm actually going to say this. I tweeted that I was binging MythBusters, and I tagged like the MythBusters and the hosts. And Carrie Byron, one of the hosts, actually liked my tweets.
She's
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That made me smile.
I've been one with Adam Savage too.
God, I love that man.
Oh, he's awesome.
The thing is that I want to meet him because Eric looks so much like him and
Mhm.
acts so much like him.
I can
Have
see
you read
that.
his book?
I would actually like to meet him and his wife to see if I'm anything like his wife, because Eric and Adam
That would
are
be weird.
very,
You can read his
very
book.
close.
He wrote a book, Every Tool is a Hammer or something like
Every
that.
Tool's a Hammer. I'm going to get that book, actually.
It's really good.
Is it?
It is really good. I'm almost done. It's like in my pile of books that I'm reading, and it's really, really good.
He's highly intelligent, and that's just like
Yeah.
Eric. But and they act just like the same. Like the day that Adam almost cut his finger off the other day was the same day that Eric tried to cut his finger off with a tool. So
Oh, Jesus.
between the two of them, I swear, they're cut from the same cloth.
They're like spirit animals.
Might want to test, maybe DNA test. They might be cousins or something. Who knows?
I
That'd be
would not
cool.
be surprised. I mean, Eric looks so much like him. Ams, have you seen a picture of him?
No, but if you said he looks like Adam Savage, then I know exactly what he looks like. So
Yeah, he does. He does.
No, I haven't seen Eric. No.
Acts just like him. Right,
So,
Lady Love? Right, Lady Love?
Yeah. Sorry, I was just kind of.
I have been able.
It's okay.
I've been able to actually watch YouTube because, well, even though I'm at work, we ain't doing shit. So I sit and watch YouTube. So I've been watching the kings and queens of the world, the history of them.
Oh no.
So yeah, there's some very interesting royals that I'm going, oh my God, I'm surprised the human race actually lives.
Oh no.
There's
You
some
want to
really
know?
scary shit.
I have gone down the rabbit hole of watching My Big Fat Gypsy American Gypsy Wedding.
Oh my god.
Oh, I remember
Oh,
that.
Jesus.
I love it.
Oh my god.
Best white trash ever.
TLC show or something?
Yes, the TLC show. It's one of those, it is so stupid. That
Oh
I
yeah.
just-
Oh my gosh.
oh my god, it's so stupidly entertaining.
Oh,
And I'm like, how are these
I like
people
stupid entertaining.
even
Me too.
able to procreate? Why are they even allowed to?
Do
They
you
find a way.
ever sit there and wonder? Do you ever sit there and wonder how did these people get a license to have children?
Mm-hmm.
And why aren't we supposed to have licenses to have children? Yeah, I do that all the time.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of been my guilty pleasure watching.
Good.
And then I've also been watching. Oh god, I can't remember her name, but she does a lot of reviews of stuff, and she does a lot of vlogging. And she's pregnant right now, so she's kind of talking about her pregnancy during this quarantine and everything. So it's
Okay.
actually been really interesting.
Yeah, it's got to be interesting. Kind of curious about that.
And her husband's Russian and she's Bulgarian, I think. But I mean, beautiful. I mean, she's absolutely fucking beautiful.
Sounds beautiful. Once she mentioned Russian or Bulgarian, the women over there are just absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, hell yeah.
Speaking of
We used to
Russian,
have a Russian. We used to have a Russian. Yeah, we used to have
You're looking
a
for?
Russian accessory specialist that she was gorgeous.
That's my husband.
You were
Ah.
kidding.
Usually his hair is not as
Wild.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
You don't see the much, and the picture doesn't show just how much kind of like how much of like a redhead he is.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right.
No, he's definitely a redhead. This picture, you can't really tell
Yeah,
as
it does.
much.
But yeah, I mean, he acts just like Adam too.
You gotta test that then. Like, hey Adam, like tweet him, like just tweet him. Just go, hey Adam, do you think? Try to be too
Do you
creepy.
think you're related? Like, we actually spoofed the Mythbusters one time. They had a Discovery Channel thing. And we won $500 because we spoofed it, and we won the actual first prize.
Nice.
That's awesome.
It was a lot of fun.
Oh,
and
gosh,
he,
at least
he
it's totally
played
cool.
Adam Savage, and he had the shirt and everything. Like, I do all my own stunts.
Oh my god, I love it.
Oh my gosh.
Russ, don't worry. At least you have Anna as your wife, who is the one who, was the other half of being able to have kids.
I was the one who acquired the license. Thank you very much.
Oh, there you go. That's how that happened.
Yep.
How many
That's
kids
how it
do you guys
always
have?
works out, you know?
Oh, same thing in my house, so you know.
You have to.
How many kids do you have?
I just
I've got
believe
two.
one.
They've actually made it to adult. Yeah, my two have made it to adulthood. I've got a 24-year-old and an 18-year-old. Or 19-year-old,
Holy
excuse
crap.
me. She'll smack me if I call her 18.
You have a 24-year-old?
I know, right? Like, how is that possible? Seriously.
I'm
How is it
27.
possible?
What is happening?
You just
Yes.
got pushed down in the
Oh my god. You keep
That-
on forgetting how young my parents are. Like, every time I mention,
I am
just,
I am technically old enough to be your mom, Ams.
yeah,
so.
you are. You are.
Ams, I
Yep.
think I'm old enough
Yep.
to be your mom.
I'm old enough to be your mom too, actually.
Holy shit, man. This has always happened to me. Like every single moment in my life, I've always been friends with people a lot older than me. When I was a freshman in high school, I was friends with the seniors.
Just means
Now I
you're
am friends with
old.
mothers. Yeah, I guess so. I am. I'm
I know.
knitting.
Yes,
I'm
Jason,
knitting.
Russ and I got busy in the early years.
Like my
It's okay.
parents.
We were okay. Look, here's the timeline. Okay, I graduated in June of '93. Russ and I got married in November of '94. We had my son in November of '95.
You graduated a
Okay.
year after I was born.
You graduated high school?
Yes,
Good
Ams.
God.
Yes, Ams. I am old enough to be your mother.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I am too.
I told you I can't tell anymore. Once
Yep.
you reach a certain age, I'm like, I don't know how old you are.
I think once you get to a certain age, it's just like it's a number.
Oh my
It's
God.
just like it's irrelevant.
It is.
I do, okay?
Okay, boomers.
I do.
I-
Unless they act stupid. So
Yeah.
For me,
Um,
it's when I look at some of these younger kids and I'm just like, no, no.
All
Like,
the girls I work with
I
are
have a-
like,
I have a-
I'm old enough to be their
one of
mother,
my
and they think I'm
employees-
so old.
Yep.
I work with elementary age
Yeah,
kids.
one of
and
my
I'm like,
employees is young enough to be my mom, to be my son.
I walk around like my elementary school sometimes, and I was just like, yeah, no. It's so funny hearing some of the stuff like they will say, and I'm just like, you don't even know. And I'm not even.
Yeah,
I'm one of the younger ones teaching in my school.
when I say I've been,
We'll see. I'll tell all of you. I'll tell all of y'all. I will be 45 years old in September,
I'm not very much behind you.
and I I've actually had people, like, I've got a couple of people that I work with that they're like, bullshit, you are not. And I'm like, no, really, I am. So I'm like pulling my license out. Here, look, see, there's my license. This is how old I am. I'm like,
My mom is-
"Nuh-uh."
My mom is 2 years older than you. That's it. Yeah. That's
Oh,
that's
wow.
wild.
Wow.
You don't look at it. I don't believe you. I don't believe you either. You don't look at it. You really don't.
I'll be
Okay.
42 in November.
42? You don't look either. You look like you're in your 30s to me. You
Well,
do.
thank you.
You do. Yeah.
Ambs, I'm going to be 42 in December.
Nope. Can't believe
And
it.
I'm older
Same
than
thing.
you.
God.
I don't know if
believe
y'all
you.
can read that. Okay.
My God, this is insane.
Yeah.
I told you I'm the baby.
1975. You are you're the youngin', I tell you.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be 34
it,
in
though.
July.
I was gonna say, I think you're, yeah.
There you go.
Grims, how old are you?
You're closer to me.
Old as fuck. No, I'm just joking. I just turned 37.
All y'all are young.
Oh,
But I
you
have,
love
like,
it,
some of my
Diana.
coworkers are like, what, 20, 21 or something like that. And it's like, yep, I could have had you in high school.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I tell people I've been a nurse in the nursing field for 23 years, and they're like, no.
I get that look when I tell
Older
people
than
I've been
me.
doing my job for 15 and they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Graduated high school in 96, college in 2000, and then took like a year to get my residency in the state I wanted to go to post-grad in so I could get better tuition. So I graduated. I graduated from that degree program in 05.
Wow.
So yeah, 15 years. And nobody believes me when I tell them. I'm like, cool.
Aw.
Nice.
For the listening
Aw,
audience,
you,
Russ,
Yes.
we have been
Aw.
blessed to have two wonderful kids. I appreciate it so much that Anna gave me the amazing experience of being a father.
Oh.
Aw.
Kisses.
What do you want?
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
Don't make me cry on my podcast, Russ.
He wants that $1,000 Transformer figure.
Daddy wants to get your
He
pants.
wants
One
that
of the
new
two.
Uh-huh.
kit.
That, yeah, he wants in your pants again.
So he already has proof of two of them.
He wants the Gundam kit.
Too
Oh
bad
no, I
for-
get that actually.
too bad
Oh,
he
he
can't raise
wasn't
more
doing
kids.
that.
See?
Which one? Hang on.
This
Yeah,
is,
which one?
This is Russ. He's going for the Gundam.
Yeah.
Yes. I actually did build 3 Gundams in the last
Oh,
3 days. Oh.
Yeah, I saw, and when you put one of them up, I was like, look, Russ made one like that too.
Oh, that is
Oh,
yeah.
So cute. I love the
That's
heart.
cute.
He's actually been sitting on the desk in
No,
here, and past couple of weeks I've been sitting here playing with him because I like taking his little head out and playing with the ball. So that just tells you where my brain goes when we're doing the podcast. I'm playing with a little robot's ball. Okay.
So you're saying you like balls in your hands.
Yes.
I love having balls in my hands.
I'm glad I know your kink is.
Ah.
Thanks. There you go. I just set the pictures I posted in the chat in case anyone didn't see it in the realm.
I didn't see it. Oh, you did a Mr. Green.
I did the Haro, the original
Haro.
green Haro.
Those
Yeah, I
are
love those.
cute.
Eric
I love the green
got
one.
the clear one. Eric got the clear one.
Oh no, that one it has both parts. So it has the solid green and then it has the clear green. So if you want to show off the mechanics of it, you can pose it like that. But I like the classic green
No.
Haro.
Eric just he's working on the Freedom, I think.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love
He has the perfect grade Freedom. But
Oh,
he's like,
no.
he's like, I can't put it out. It's too big. He
That's
he
so
goes, I don't
cute.
even have a cabinet that can fit it in.
I like
For
the little
anyone-
green thing. That's adorable.
the green one. Yeah.
That's a
For
Haro.
anyone listening, for perfect grade, if you want to spend at least a week building the same model, go ahead. It's like the best model kit you will ever have in your life, but it takes so
So long.
For that? The little green one?
No, that was not a perfect.
No.
But we're talking about the perfect grades. The perfect grades are like the top tier. They're the
Oh,
most
okay.
expensive. They're the
That's
most
like all
articulate.
Disney does.
They have the
And they
most.
get light kit. You can get light kits for them. They're really expensive.
Oh yeah.
It was the one thing that he just absolutely wanted a perfect grade. And I'm like, okay, well, how much is it? And I'm like, oh.
Oh, really?
Hundreds.
Guys, I
I-
never
I-
got
I
into that.
finally- I let him have it because we did really good at the convention, and they gave him a really good price. Yeah, there you go.
Mhm.
Man, Anna's got it there.
But
Why did that come back
This
again?
is one of the ones that Russ made.
Yeah,
This is
that's
stuff that he
gorgeous.
does. And I just
Yeah,
had to watch him
respect to elders.
trying to. Yeah, he tries to get me into them, and I'm like, no, because they're so fucking complicated. Because I sit there and I watch him with these little bitty pieces, and I'm going, dude, you've got your
Sitting there with a
glasses on.
little little file. Yeah.
Little file, yeah.
So you don't have to. Here's the
look,
beauty of Gundam model kits. You don't have to go that far. You can get the simple ones that just
Simple ones,
literally
yeah.
snap off and snap on. Those are like, if you want to take the entirety of
That's
your day
how I am.
to finally paint and detail and
Does
build.
Russ do those?
Yeah.
Does Russ do the lining on those too?
Jesus
He
Christ.
hasn't.
I tried.
He tried to do one of them, and it just didn't come out looking right. But yeah, he doesn't really do the painting or anything. He pretty much just builds them, and then he loves to pose them. That's why I'm sitting here fucking with him, and I know he's about having a heart attack upstairs right now because I'm fucking with his Gundams. Because he's
I
had them
wish
all
I had
posed and
space
everything, and
for
I'm over here just grabbing his Gundams and fucking with them.
It's rough
Hey,
getting all
look,
moist
my
with
daughter
that.
used to. They used to be upstairs. All of our stuff used to be in the bedroom, and my daughter would come in while we were at work, and she would rearrange all the toys and have them doing all kinds of weird shit, like
Oh,
lay
no.
them down or like turn around backwards and ruining us and stuff. So, yeah, it's probably. Oh, wait a minute! Here he comes. I hear him coming down the stairs. I think.
Well, you already put in the chat asking you to put it down.
Guys, telling you to put it down.
Nope. Please put it down. No, it's right here. I see. It's right here. I'm gonna make him fly.
Oh my God! Be careful, man. Some of those you sneeze on them and then they just fall
Some of
apart.
them that- yeah.
He would kill me if
Now
I
you,
broke it.
now
I
you
know
know
he
he's
would.
getting all moist with sweat.
Probably.
If you want to start on,
Oh, shit. He's at the stairs staring at me, pointing at me. What? He flies.
you drop it. Yeah, you drop
Russ, you her twice for 9 months to carry your children for 9 months.
Oh my gosh.
So this is my
funny.
my
I
latest
knew he was gonna come down
acquisition.
here.
This is my latest
Oh
acquisition.
shit!
Can you see that she
Oh
actually
dude,
signed
I
it?
love
Nice.
Shira.
it.
That is so fucking awesome.
And it's so
Ooh.
cool listening to Melindy actually do the voice of Shira and doing the By the Power of Grayskull. They
That
were
reminds
great.
me. I need to
Oh my gosh.
I need to continue watching the newer series. I started watching it. It's really cute, but
I don't know.
it's cute though. It is cute. It's not, of course, it's not original She-Ra, but it is really cute. It's done by what DreamWorks, right? And the same people who worked on Avatar, The Last Airbender. So it's fun. It's cute and fun, you know. But I will give it to you. It is no original She-Ra. So
Melindy Britt is actually pretty cool. I got a chance to talk to her a little bit, and then I befriended her on Facebook, and she's actually really neat.
that's awesome.
She is so into She-Ra, like really into She-Ra. She loves taking selfies with people that dress up as She-Ra.
For the honor of Grayskull.
Grayskull.
Oh, totally cool.
Who do we
I
have
love
to
it.
bribe to get one? I probably could get her to get you one,
Ooh.
but in disguise.
I actually found an adult-sized underoos of Shira, so I have the adult underoos Shira.
Nice.
Really? I want to do that
Really?
outfit, but I'm gonna have to make the dress a little bit long.
Yeah.
I
Go with it short.
Have you seen my thighs? No.
Who cares?
That's all right. Who
But-
cares? I agree with Kat. Who cares?
There's a whole thing for it. I'm friends with someone on Facebook that I met through a convention, and that's all he posts is like thick thighs. He loves them. He thinks they're amazing, and he's all like,
Thick thighs save
he's all like,
lives.
smother me with my face with them. Like,
Well, he's in company of women with
Well,
big
see-
thighs.
I used to be over 300 pounds and I lost 100, almost 100. So they kind of melted.
oh, he doesn't care. He's all about all that. Like, he likes it all. He's all like, give me the stretch marks, whatever wrinkles, all of it. Don't care. Put it on my face.
Wow.
Gotta love the thunder thighs.
Awesome.
I am thunder thighs. That is
Hell
definitely.
yeah.
I never lost that. So Ross is, yeah, it's sexy.
Yeah.
I don't think I've
I've
Just because
got-
one person doesn't like it doesn't mean that there isn't someone else who would appreciate it. So
Hey, Jason has no problem with my big old thunder thighs or my big old butt hips.
Hell no.
I have a ghetto booty.
You do.
I got all that junk in the trunk.
Man, I
Hey.
wish I had one.
There are women that go out and get surgery for that. I have a coworker who does. You go out and you get surgery for it, and you get the big old booty.
No, thank you. I'm good. I mean, I have
No,
a classic
I wouldn't,
micro
but-
ass, so.
There you go.
I'm telling you,
Ooh, booty.
they want to die
Yep.
in that life.
Well, I know I should draw. Here you go. There's my audience right there.
Wasn't that Hulk Hogan and Rocky? Those who can't see, it's Thunder Thighs. Wasn't that Hulk Hogan and Rocky, or was that Thunder Lips?
Oh, Jesus.
The former, I hope.
Oh.
The only bad thing about having thick thighs is the chub rub.
Oh,
Chub
yeah.
rub.
Oh, and the fact that you go through jeans like they're
Yes.
tissue.
Yeah.
It's like you would
I hate
think they would make the inner material
A little
just
thicker.
a little thicker because of the
Mm.
chub rub and the rubbing.
Or maybe
And
the
don't
next
you
time you
dare-
might-
And don't ever dare wear corduroys because you will catch your panties on fire.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thanks.
Zip, 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 zip.
Don't like that.
Also,
I like corduroy
in that
anyway.
area is also another trend that I have seen, that the whole it being cut or holes in over there. So once again, so makes
yeah.
Because it's
Oh.
always
Oh.
always you break the jeans in and they fit just great to the perfect. I mean, like they're like the best jeans, and then you start getting the holes
The
in
holes.
the thighs
Yep.
right as you break your jeans in, and they fit great.
So you cut another pair of jeans up that did bite it, and then you patch them.
Yeah, I might just have to do that. Like jackets with the shoulder pads. I think I might have to. Well, not shoulder, the elbow pads. Like, you know how they have them when they for wearing. I think I need to do that for my thighs. Just put little
Wrap
patches
them right on in there. and
Right,
stuff.
yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
God, man.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
But I
So-
wouldn't. I don't
Yeah,
regret it, though.
I had to show Russ a couple weeks ago that I know how to actually patch up jeans because he had his favorite jeans. The crotch ripped out in them, and I was like, "Give me your old jeans," and I ripped them
What
up
is it
and
with men
patched
and
them up.
clothes?
And he goes,
We've been
"Wah."
not their crotches.
Because they keep grabbing their junk. That's because they keep grabbing their crotch.
No, it's the man
They do.
spreading.
They
It's the man spreading.
Man spreading.
Yeah, when they sit, they're like, like sitting like this. I'm sorry.
The
no one's
mansplain.
balls are that big that they need to have their legs that far apart. I'm sorry. Doesn't happen.
The mansplain.
I'm
Ross,
Mr. Big.
you
Oh
wish.
my gosh.
You wish.
Russ just said
Russ,
he's not bad.
Really.
Yeah, oh, okay, right. Mhm.
Okay, look, I have to agree. They are kind of large. So yep.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You gotta let
Hey,
that
he
shit
brought
breathe.
it up.
I'll
I'm gonna
believe you. How about this? I'll believe you, and then we can just leave it at that. I don't want to know
We'll leave it at
that.
that.
I don't want to know Russ that intimately.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Is he a grower or
Yeah.
is he a shower?
More show than
No.
grow.
Come on, man.
Oh my gosh. The one guy at this one convention, he decided that he was going to wear only a chainmail thong
Ooh.
around.
Oh, no.
And we were at
That had to
Dragon Con.
hurt.
Oh, I hope he didn't have pubes.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
ouch.
The thing is that he didn't knit the chainmail very close together.
Oh. Oh.
And
no.
and on top of it, he
That-
decided to make it look like Iron Man.
Oh no.
Oh, did we have some?
No.
Did he go to the hospital? Was it? Could he take it off or? Oh, that is just a recipe for
I
disaster.
don't know. All I know is that I'm like, oh, ow, oh, that would, oh, could
No.
you imagine? What if that got pinched? I mean,
Yeah,
arms are
yeah.
There's
squishy.
There's so much loose skin.
there's not
down
enough
there.
powder. There's not enough
Yeah.
powder or lotion in the world to keep that from hurting. There just isn't.
No.
Oh gosh.
That's such a bad idea. I hope he
Ow.
regretted the instant he put it on and went, you know what? No. This is such
But
a bad
yeah.
idea.
He was probably so far from his room that he wouldn't be able to get back to.
Oh God, no. No.
Yeah, he was in the middle of the convention center in the middle of like 50,000 people.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh.
I would have said fuck it at that point. I would have just gone to the bathroom and gone, excuse me, I'm just gonna No, I can't.
Hell yeah.
I value my genitals, no.
There was a lady there that only had on ivy leaves. She had two small ivy leaves right here and one big ivy leaf in the center and the bottom.
Oh my
That
god.
was it.
Oh
That was it.
no.
That was her
They allowed
costume.
that?
Like that.
They
Oh.
allowed that in public?
Dragon Con after dark.
Oh
It's
my
after a certain
Alright.
time.
That makes more sense.
And of course, she had the great, picturesque figure, and all the guys that me and my husband are like, that's,
You can help but look at that point.
Yeah, well,
I would look.
I have to say, I had to look because I'm like,
I
she's
can't
got
believe
a
you're
nice
this.
figure. I'm jealous.
Yeah. And do you know with some women, especially women that have like really nice booties, and they have like the
Yeah,
skin
and I'm
tight
like,
spandex, and I'm just like,
Oh my
holy
God,
shit.
I really wish I could do that.
Without having all the rolls. and-
Mm.
It's
We don't know if they're wearing a bustier or
try
not.
Spanx.
Or Spanx, yeah. There you go.
Spanx.
You don't know if they're not wearing those or not. They've gotten really good at being seamless. Really good.
Yeah, well, she was wearing nothing, and this was well before Spanx.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Jealous. And
She
impressed.
had to have her own security team.
I'd imagine. Oh God, yeah. You're wearing
Yeah, I
nothing,
bet.
basically nothing. Oh yeah. No, I would
Armed.
too. Good God.
Yeah.
man.
Where would she get? How would she be armed? She had nothing, nowhere to put it.
Get creative with that. Anyway.
Well, she could. Yeah, they're little. The little one-shot pistols. They, I'm just gonna leave that out there.
Let me grab it real quick.
They
Reach up
Oh
in
my
there.
hey,
gosh!
Oh my god.
you guys have seen. Oh no! Oh god! Okay, Jason. All right. So for everyone listening, okay, Jason said, Russ, do you go around the house in your white hugga nuts singing "I have big nuts and I cannot lie"?
I wouldn't put it past him.
And the thing is, only Jason could get away with asking us that because we're just so close.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
So I've never heard him do that, but of course there are times that
It's
I'm
gonna
not
happen
home.
now.
So hey,
Now
honey, do
he's
you
gonna
do
do
that?
I think it's gonna happen now.
no, come on now.
Especially
Oh,
around you. It's gonna happen now. He's gonna be like, okay, I got you.
Oh God! How the hell does Jason know that? Jason's probably been over here when I wasn't home.
Oh,
Oh God!
Jason, how do you know that?
yeah. You know
Oh,
Men have no shame.
I don't
Or
want to know
modesty.
what Russ and Jason do when Bethany and I aren't around. I really don't need to know that. Oh God! Yeah, Jason, he does leave his webcam on sometimes, so that's just.
Oh,
Yep, that happens.
Oh god.
As Jason said, he's the little spoon. and Chris would probably agree with that.
Oh my god.
Yep. Oh.
This is the man you're
Donna,
married
you
to.
look like you're gonna explode.
Cat's gone.
Pat, come back. We miss you.
When I belly laugh, it would blow out your audio. So I had to mute for a second.
She had to roll out for a second because she went to go tell Nick, "Hey, did you know Russ was cheating on you?"
I love that.
Oh,
I love that.
No, she didn't want to pull a Nick with her laughing and fall backwards in her chair.
Yeah, no shit.
She didn't want us to see her legs in the
I'm in a recliner. It's a
Or passed out on the ground.
Oh no, you didn't hear about Nick falling? You heard about Nick falling, didn't you?
Yeah.
No.
But I was saying, and he was also passed out on the
Oh,
ground.
yeah, I heard. Oh, okay, that's
Right.
right. You did tell me about that.
Huh?
You did tell me about him getting drunk.
Oh,
my god.
so yeah, he got a little tipsy. Like
A little?
a little.
and then and he's never. I mean, it's been years since he got like that. I mean, years. It not since like TFCon Chicago, where I wasn't even there to babysit him, but
Right.
his office chair, he like tipped back, and he actually went flying backwards onto his back. And at that point, everybody who was in the hangout hung up, and I'm sitting there dealing with, and this is around 4:30 in the morning.
Wow.
I got him off the floor at 7. I finally went to bed at 8
god.
a.m.
Oh my god.
Yet we are still in love and still married.
That's amazing, actually.
Well, we talked, and he knows. I mean, he knows. He basically just he lost
A
track
little
of himself,
crazy.
made some bad decisions, but it's all good now. But I was pissed.
It was so funny.
I'd
I
imagine.
watched the video
With
of it.
reason.
I
Oh.
watched the video of it. I watched that video and I was because Jason had told me about what happened, and then I watched it and I was just like, oh my! And I could hear Kate in the background going, "Go to bed! God damn it! It's time to go to bed! What the fuck? It's time to go to bed!"
And then he
God.
fell backwards. I turned the light on, and everyone hung up.
Oh, they all dipped
I don't
out.
know.
They're like, "Nope."
Like, oh yeah, we're done. We went past that
Exactly
point.
were.
I mean, they just dipped out.
They're like, this is not my wife. Bye.
Pretty much.
Oh, but it's
Time
all
to
good.
head
I
out.
mean, it was a series of bad decisions on his part, but it's not a habit of his.
And very strong drinks.
It was one night of really bad decision making on his
Well,
part.
what drinks was he having? That was
He was drinking he had a couple vodka cranberries, I know that much. And then he had 3 Pearl Harbors.
What's
Okay.
a Pearl Harbor?
Yeah, what's a
this
Pearl
is-
Harbor?
This is the glass we use in the house. It's a mason jar.
Oh,
Yeah, those full.
Yeah, 3 of those. Pearl Harbor is Midori, vodka, pineapple juice, and I think that's it. So
Holy
it's
shit.
Midori, vodka, pineapple, a third of each.
At that point, I'd be pissing more than drinking. My God.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
the
strong.
funny
They're
part,
really
the funny
strong.
part before he decided to go tits up was he said
Tits
he
up.
needed to go to the bathroom, and he literally just sat in his chair while everyone's like, "Dude, are you pissing yourself?"
Yeah, are
did
you
not.
good?
He did not, because I would not have cleaned that up. No, he actually did not. Apparently, he just kind of forgot that he had to, and the feeling went away.
Thank God. The old bodily
He tried to
fluids.
get up, but he couldn't, and it was just so funny. You just see on his face, he's just like, He just didn't know what to do. It was so funny.
Yeah. Oh my god, I was so mad though because like I'm trying to go to bed. I had plans the next day, and until I was quarantined, I was still working. So I only had 2
Yeah.
days off, and this was basically fucked one of them up totally. So I was pissed.
Oh,
Mhm.
Like I've never been that mad at him in my life. But he owned it. He apologized. He
That's good.
and we got past it. It's there. Like we've been together. Oh my God, we've been together since 2001. We've been married since 03. It's
Oh,
that was just a bump. That was like we talked about it and talked it through, and it's over.
yeah.
But it was in hindsight.
It's-
In hindsight, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
At the time,
Yes.
so much.
I was actually looking for the picture the only time I've ever been drunk. I was laying upside down on the couch.
Oh no.
And I had a broken arm at the time and I couldn't figure out how to get my arm off the floor.
Oh my god.
Oh jeez.
no.
So I'm actually looking for the picture because it's actually rather hilarious.
Oh my! I'm glad all my drunken antics are on film, not digital. So that
Thankfully, no one's
no
one's ever taken a picture of me drunk. So.
There's
Well,
a
fun.
photo of me on Facebook where in the beginning I look fine, but then there's this one photo where I'm just like shit face looking. I can see if I can find the comparison photos.
Oh my god. I don't think I've ever been drunk in public. So
I've never been drunk other than that time. So to actually have that's actually rather funny.
Oh my god, you guys need to put up with Jason.
Yeah. Yes, I know. Jason's is funny as hell. He's lost that love and peeing. Whoa, that love and peeing. You lost that love and peeing. Now it's gone, gone. Whoa.
That could go a whole different meaning on that.
Oh my God!
Yep.
I mean, I'll blame him. He never actually did. I mean, he did not, because I wouldn't have cleaned that up. I would have left that for him. But no, that actually did not. He just fell, and then he
Thank
just laid
God.
there. It was trying to get him up off the floor. That was hard
I
part.
would have just left his ass there and gone to bed.
I was afraid because the way he was laying, if he had kicked or flailed in his sleep at all, he would have hit a detolf. And I was afraid it
Oh,
would shatter
God.
and then he'd get sliced.
yeah, that's
So I
okay.
could not let him stay there. I had
No.
to get him up. And I did. It just took 2 hours and change to manage.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Let's move on from that because I don't want you to get angry again. My God.
Oh no, she's just this at this point. It's just so funny.
Yeah, at this point it's hilarious. I mean, at this point it's like, yeah, I've watched the video since just to watch him go, woo!
Oh
And all
God.
all the guys going, she's gonna kill us the next time she sees us. We're dead. She's gonna kill us.
God.
Well, see, what none of the guys know is she's secretly planning on killing all of you the next time she sees you, and we're all in on it.
Mhm.
I got plans. I got disposal methods. I got it all set.
Oh, I'm just gonna step back and watch.
Hey, look, I will warn all of you. She lives in Florida. Alligators will eat anything.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but she's not that far away from what's her face's big cat.
That's right.
20 minutes from Carol Baskin's house.
Yeah.
Oh,
If Carol Baskin
And we
get
know-
rid of her husband.
Tigger!
Yep.
That bitch, Carol Baskin. Yeah.
Oh, she's crazy.
So
Oh
I
my
watched.
God.
I don't know what she's done, but I just know that she's crazy as bitch.
I've seen the memes.
She has fed her husband to her tigers using sardine oil.
And got away with it.
And I got away with that bitch, Carol Baskin.
Wow.
Yep.
There's this video on YouTube I watched, and people are saying it's like the most accurate of like the pandemic. It's this woman, and she's sitting there, and like her self from 4 months in the future comes back, and she's like, "So, yeah, about those trips you want to take, not gonna happen. And it goes on, like giving her clues, and then she's like, "So, what's your knowledge of big cats?" And it just cuts out. It's so funny because the way it is so accurate.
Wow.
That's awesome. I'm gonna find that.
And I'm gonna see if I can find it, and I'll put it in like the chat. It was just
Cool.
one of those. I watched it, and I was just
Floored.
this is what my life has become, is YouTube.
It's
That
okay.
is my life.
Amazon Prime Mythbusters. You know, come on. I mean, how much? I've seen every episode,
Yes.
and I'm still watching it again.
Yeah.
Or Netflix or Hulu. Because I recently watched
Hulu.
My Hero Academia. I got caught up on season 4.
My Hero Academia. Yeah.
So good.
Eric's,
Oh my
Eric's
god.
rewatching Gundam Seed Destiny right now.
I no, that's it. I'm doing it. I need to go through the Gundam series. I need to finally get through the first Gundam because I'm sorry, it's the time. Because it's from the 70s. I have to remind myself of that. But sometimes the
Yeah.
episodes get really stinking boring, and I'm sorry. I really am. But
Well,
I love
Gundam
Gundam.
Seed is a little bit better.
Oh
so-
no, that was the first one I actually went through. That's my
Yeah.
favorite series. I love the Strike and the Strike Freedom,
The Strike and the Freedom, yeah.
the Destiny, the Aegis. I'm sorry, I'm rattling off now. I'm such a nerd when it comes to Gundam.
Well,
yeah.
it's cool.
Oh, I know.
Oh, look at you!
That's me drunk. That's me before being drunk. This is another photo of me being drunk.
Oh yeah, you're drunk. You can
Oh,
see
yeah,
it.
you can see it.
There's me being drunk.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love
I
that
just-
hair.
I'm fun when I'm drunk. Like, it's
Oh
just
my
it's a
God.
good time. Right here, that's my shirt. It says "Vaginas are awesome." Just want to just drunk.
Totally cool.
Oh yeah, that's
Drunk.
that's the I'm drunk, but I'm gonna act like I'm not drunk. And
Yeah.
it makes me even worse
making it
because you
face.
try to overcompensate.
Halfway holding yourself up.
Yeah, shit faced.
Last time I got drunk was at Pinkerton's Christmas party, and it was red wine, and then I opened up a can of worm with Bobby, Skullface, and yeah, never living that one down.
Can of worms.
It was interesting.
You can't
Do
leave it there.
tell.
Oh,
You like to talk
I mean,
about
this-
it?
we all got into some very interesting conversations.
Mhm.
Oh,
Those always are the fun
Yes.
conversations.
And Bobby said he's like, that was probably some of the best times I've had. And I was like, never again. Never, ever, ever drink Bobby's Skullface and not expect to get into some interesting
Aw.
conversations.
Mhm.
Okay,
Sounds fun.
I'm putting the picture of me drunk in the chat.
Go for it.
And then before that was TFCon Chicago.
Man, a lot happened at
Ugh.
TFCon Chicago. My God, what did I miss out on?
I got a phone call from somebody who I did not know saying, "It's okay. We have your husband. He's drunk, but he's safe."
I think I remember that.
Yep.
I remember that.
And he'll be fine. We promise we're gonna keep him safe. And I had no fucking clue who the guy was.
Oh,
And I'm
that's
sitting here
scary.
freaking out.
That's
I would
scary.
be.
Oh, I was freaked the fuck out because I was terrified. I'm home with our son. Nick's in a different time zone, and I can't get a hold of him. And I finally do talk to him, and he sounds like he's been abducted because he's all like, "Wow, wow, wow, wow." I get some random person on the phone saying, "He's safe, I promise." I'm like, "Oh God."
Oh my
So
God.
that was my old house, and yes,
Oh,
I was
gosh.
upside down on the couch. If you notice the little my arms broke, it's on the floor. I can't get it off the floor.
Oh my God.
Who's that guy on the floor?
That's our friend Paul. Yeah,
y'all had
he was
fun.
drunk too. He was drunk too. He couldn't get off the floor either. It was probably just because I wasn't on the floor.
Gracious.
Hmm.
I just know in Chicago, Russ got really mad because he didn't get to see Jason. A lot.
Oh yeah, no, that whole thing with
Yeah.
Agabus. I mean, that wasn't anyone's fault.
Oh
It was
no.
just
Oh, just Russ
unfortunate
drunk because
circumstance.
Russ started drinking Friday, and I don't think he stopped till we left Sunday.
Oh yeah, no, I remember he always had drinking.
No,
in
he
hand.
didn't. Yes, he did. He was polishing off liquor like it was water.
Like it was going out.
And every time he would go back to the room and fix himself another drink, and he'd be like, "Here, let me fix you one." "No, honey, I'm fine. I've got plenty in my glass." "Are you sure?" "I don't know. Yeah, I think you need another drink." "I don't need another drink, dear. I don't need another drink. Thank you very much. I don't need more." I told him at one point, I said, "One of us has to stay sober."
Yeah, exactly. One of us has to be smart.
That time I got drunk, I had actually just lost my job.
Oh.
And
Oh wow.
and I wasn't in the greatest of moods because I had not only just lost my job, but my mom not too long before that. I was just kind of a little depressed, so I was in a safe place. But
Okay.
I downed 5 shots. Now you got to understand, I don't drink, and I have a very low tolerance. So I
Just
had
like
5
me.
shots and 2 glasses of wine, and I was gone.
I gotta say, being wine drunk is fun. I've
Oh,
been wine
yes.
drunk. That is fun. You just get, for me, I get giggly and just start.
It
like,
has to be for me. It's either white or a rosé. If I get drunk off a red wine, it gives me massive heartburn.
It's a bad time. You're gonna have a bad time. I do not like getting wine drunk. I have been. Do not like getting wine drunk. I prefer hard alcohol personally.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you
That-
don't go for the hard alcohol because
that
wine's
or-
kinda
Get drunk off of champagne. That
Oh, I
does.
guess-
expensive. Wait a
I mean,
minute.
I'm fine too. No, both of those are horrible. If I were to give my favorite, I mean, this is just me. Tequila and moonshine would probably be the best hangovers
Oh.
for me.
I don't think I can do tequila.
Gin is hit and miss, but like vodka, no. What's the other one that really gets me? Rum can be sometimes good, sometimes bad the next day.
You guys have ever heard of
Yummy.
151? You guys have heard of 151, right?
Yeah, Gort made me take a shot. of
Bacardi 151, yes.
Oh,
So
We have
Nick
it.
and I were at a party for a then friend of ours. It was his pre-wedding wake. It was his bachelor party supposedly, but basically we're all trying to get him drunk and talk him out of it because she was a raging bitch. They're divorced like less than 2 years later, so we weren't wrong. Anyway, so we're all getting blasted, and I end up doing 3 shots of 151
oh. It's rubbing
in
alcohol.
relatively quick succession on top of everything else. Like, I'm already drunk at this point. We were safe. We weren't going anywhere. And I turned to Nick and I said, I'm going to go to sleep now. And I walked into where we were assigned to sleep for the night. I laid down and I fell asleep. But he kept coming in and bugging me, which was pissing me off because he kept waking me up. Turns out he thought I had alcohol poisoning. I wake up the next morning. I fully, you'd expect a hangover from hell. I woke up the next morning. I felt absolutely fine. Like,
Wow.
Ah,
That's lucky. That's lucky.
nothing.
Oh no, I felt like I got hit by a truck.
Yeah, my favorite thing is Taco Bell burrito. Taco Bell burrito. Taco Bell burrito. I normally don't, when I eat Taco Bell, which I love, I normally don't get beans at all. But only when I'm hungover do I like the beans because of the fat that's in them. It just,
Yeah, it helps get rid of the
Mhm.
So is it a rum?
No,
What?
151. It's
Yeah.
like a grain alcohol.
Yeah.
It's
pretty
pretty
much
much like rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So
it is horrible. If you want to hate your life, you do not drink it.
Thank
My-
you.
It's like moonshine, but
Legal.
yeah.
my friends have been trying for years to get me drunk. They always thought that I just had a really high tolerance for alcohol. Here, what they didn't realize is I would sit the drink down and somebody would run off with it. Well, they were putting higher and higher and higher concentrations of alcohol in it. And so the one time I sat it down, I hadn't even taken a sip. I just sat it down. And one of my friends picks it up and she goes, glug, 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 glug. Literally, it was a big glass. And she just downed it.
Yep. That's
Oh.
that's
Oh,
Bacardi.
And then
Yep.
and then she gets up and we're leaving somebody else's hotel room because we were at a convention, and my husband is crashed. He's literally pinballing down the hallway,
that sounds
bouncing
like
off
those
of
camp
people's
cons.
doors and windows.
Oh,
We get back to the room and he falls down onto the bed and he's like, "We partied like it was 1999." It's like 2005.
Oh
And
my god.
he goes, wait, I'm skydiving, but I'm lying still.
That sounds like
Okay, there
those
you go.
My
camp cons.
husband is
Point.
Adam Savage. I'm telling you.
Oh
So,
my god.
so our friend, she was going to drive home, and I'm like, you are trashed. No, I'm going home to my babies. Your babies need you alive. You're not gonna. You're 2 hours
Yeah,
from
that's
home.
more
You're not gonna make it.
important.
I need to go home to my babies. Get in there, Elena. So she goes in, and we had another couple staying. There wasn't enough room for another couple to stay, so we made like a bed on the floor because they were gone, both of them. They were just gone. She lays on the one bed, and the other couple comes in to go to bed, and I'm like, Nicole, you're going to have to get off the bed because they paid for the bed, and you're just staying on the floor. She literally pours herself down silently off of the bed and onto the floor. I don't know how she did it. I still don't know how she did it.
It's what your body does when it's drunk. It's amazing. It's like your body just oozes.
You're putty.
Oh god.
To this day, I don't know how she did that so silently, and she doesn't remember it.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Wayne, don't worry. You were awesome at TFCon when you got drunk. You were a lot of fun. Wayne's in the chat. He's like,
So-
I'm sorry about how I acted.
Oh my gosh.
So when I was 16, I lived in Louisiana. I was only there for 10 months. And I was dating this guy, and he had, of course, a jacked up pickup truck, right? Well, he decided that for my
Louisiana, of
16th
course.
birthday, he was going to have, of course, he was going to get a whole bunch of people that I went to school with and whatnot, and a whole bunch of his friends, and we were going to meet down at the river. Well, we left his house, and we went to a drive-through liquor store, and he bought me a little 8-ounce thing of orange juice, a big sports mug with one of the straws, and a fifth of vodka. He pours the orange juice in the cup. The vodka filled it all the way up to the top. And then I was sitting there sipping on it. By the time we made it to the river, about half of that fifth was gone, and I was out of orange juice.
Oh
And
no.
we get to the river. Yeah, we get to the river, and I am tore. He opens up my door, and he goes, "Come on, get down out of the truck." Then you had to step down a good ways out of this truck. I went, "I'm gonna fall on my ass." No, he says, "No, we'll catch you. We'll catch you." I said,
Nope.
"All right, you guys promise you're gonna catch me?" "Yeah, we'll catch you." Man, I hit that step, boom, down in the sand. I was
Oh.
like, "You son of a bitch, you said you were gonna catch me." They're like, "Oh no, we ain't gonna catch you. They're like, you're gonna stay right there if you ain't your I ain't moving." I was out. I lay there. I know I had to lay there probably 2 or 3 hours. And when I woke up, there were half of the people were gone, and I'm still on the beach. And I'm like, oh God, how am I gonna get home? The guy I was dating had left already, and I'm like,
What a
shit,
shithead.
how the fuck am I gonna get home? Oh yeah.
What kind
Yeah,
of shit
and I
would
was like,
leave you
oh,
like that? I hope you didn't date
So-
him after that.
I am having to walk back to the house.
I hope you didn't sleep with him.
No. We split up after that. But yeah,
Good.
I
I,
can imagine.
before that, yes. But
Oh,
But I had to walk back to the house. Thankfully, the house was only about 2 miles away. So I'm walking drunk as hell at like 2 o'clock in the morning
Oh god.
in the woods. This
Two
is
steps
this
forward,
is
3
backwoods,
steps back.
southwest Louisiana. Yep. Oh
God,
God,
watch
it
for
was
them gators.
bad.
so
Well,
did
that's the
Miss
thing is the
Noodles
beach
get-
we were at. The beach we were at, there is an alligator that lived there. Her name was Sue, and everybody knew about her. She was an 8-foot alligator, and she kind of stayed on her side of the river, and we stayed on our side of the river. Is what they kept telling me. I never would swim in the river at that point. I would swim at the other end, but past the dam because she couldn't get over the dam. But yeah, we had Black Panther. There was all kinds of wildlife that could have eaten me.
Oh my
I walked
God.
home, no flashlight, no nothing,
Oh my god.
drunk
Yeah.
as a motherfucker.
Did the mosquitoes get drunk too?
Oh yeah, because the mosquitoes
I'm
are.
sure the mosquitoes were drunk as
That
hell.
would explain it. That
They
would
probably
explain
stayed.
it.
They probably stayed
do
away
believe-
from her because she probably reeked of alcohol.
They were like, maybe
Oh
not
God,
this one.
it was bad. Oh, it was so bad. And then I got back in the house, passed out. The next morning, I had to go to school. My mom's in there at 6:00 in the morning. Anna, get up. And I was like, I'm not getting up. She's like, no, get up. You gotta go to school. Dude, I got up. When I went out and got on the bus, and I just sat on the bus like this. Oh, I'm gonna die.
Like, this is the
I went
worst thing.
Through school. Oh God. It was terrible. I swore then I will never drink again. Yeah, the next weekend I got trashed. I was like, nope, screw this. I'm drinking. I'm in Southwest Louisiana. The only things to do are to get high and get drunk. That's it. That's all you can do.
And screw.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes. Lots of sex. Yeah.
So I went to college for about 2.5 years up in Western Maryland. I was up at Frostburg State University, and it's literally like a 2-bit town. There's pretty much a church on every corner, and there's a liquor store. It's liquor store with like every church, and of course, being Maryland, they're all privately owned. So
Drive through.
you figure out which liquor store has the better prices.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm getting home one day from class. I'm pulling into my apartment building, and I just see blue lights. Because what it is it was my apartment building, another apartment building, and then across the street there was 2 apartment buildings. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Of course, And so, and as you're going, it's all outside steps to get into the apartment. So I'm walking up the steps, looking across the street, all these cop cars, and I'm like, people are like stepping outside, and I'm like, what's going on? They're like, we don't know. We just all of a sudden, all these cop cars just showed up across the street. So I get in, drop my stuff off, grab a beer out of the fridge. I'm outside my front door, and we're watching all of this, and apparently these college kids thought they were going to rip off a liquor store.
What?
You don't do that in a small town where everyone knows everybody and everyone knows all the cops.
Their asses get peppered.
And then don't go back to your apartment building that is owned by the former police chief.
That's stupid.
Our landlord was the former police chief.
Oh my god.
And not only was the local cops there, but campus cops were also there. This girl is being dragged out in handcuffs, and she's like, I gotta pee. I really gotta pee. Can I just pee? And the cop's like, you got 2 choices. You hold it, or you go right now, right here as we're standing, because you pee in my car, you're going to have even more issues going on. We're all just laughing.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. She's like, I can't pee myself. And he's like, you ain't gonna pee in my car.
Did she pee on the side of the road?
I would have peed on the side of the road. I would have done it. I don't care.
Yeah, I would have like, fuck this. No.
Oh, it was hilarious.
Well, what do you do? I mean, you can't pull your pants down in public.
No, you just pee your pants.
Yeah. No.
He
Ew.
didn't care. He's like, I don't care what you do, just as long as you don't pee in my car.
If you're peeing your pants, then you're peeing your
Oh
pants,
my
and that
gosh.
pee's gonna get in the car anyway. So
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So he
Yeah.
technically
That's easier to
know
clean
that
up than a full out like puddle.
I guess.
He might. He would have been better just to let her go pee, but he would have to stand. Somebody would have to stand there with her. But they probably
Yeah.
didn't have a female cop.
Right.
So
All I know is I just sat there. I was just stood there and I was just laughing my ass off with the whole thing. I was like, why are you trying to rip off one of the liquor stores in such a small 2-bit town?
Don't
The,
do that. Can't do that.
Oh my gosh.
the one pizza shop down the road where I grew up, here again, the whole town had 1 traffic light, and to this day only has 1 traffic light. Like literally really small town. So they got in trouble, and I'm like, why did my favorite, it was the only pizza shop in town. This tells you how small it was. So they arrested the people that owned the pizza shop. And we're like, dude, now what are we going to do? This is the only place that delivers.
Oh no.
So we found out that there was a special code word that if you said the code word, they'd put marijuana on your pizza.
Nice.
I was
So
gonna say
anyway-
cocaine.
Well, they had that too. I had to give them the code words, but I was
Oh
so
my
pissed off because
God.
they had
You're
the
like,
best
that was
pizza.
good pizza.
It was really good
Like,
pizza.
I
Obviously.
want that Italian seasoning.
Yeah, Italian. I had like the extra
Oregano.
seasoning. But yeah, like
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I could see the person accidentally asking for that, and they wondering why
This
they
is
got the
really
monkey
good.
W
and they get
for
edibles,
pizza.
yeah. Okay, so do you girls, you know how guys their voices change as they get a little older, you know, they go through puberty.
Mhm.
I was, you know,
Yeah.
I had where you go from the girl voice to the woman voice. Well,
Yes.
I called up and ordered a pizza one time thinking I'm going to go just pick it up. And my voice was in that flux where it sounded all sensual.
Mhm.
Oh.
And I could tell the guy was like, oh, who's she? You know, he's really going on the phone. I'm like, you have no idea that I'm only like 12.
Oh no.
Ooh.
I go walking into the pizza shop. He goes, where's the lady that ordered the pizza? I'm like, it was me. And he's like,
He's like, no.
oh.
Whoops.
Because you know how you get occasionally we get that full bodied voice going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get
Yeah.
you.
And it was like, oh.
Sorry,
He was thinking he was getting some.
Oh man.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
so he
That's
saw
worth some
you.
time in jail.
Yeah, until he saw you and went, nope.
I mean, I was a very curvy 12-year-old, but I was obviously younger.
12-year-old.
Well, I didn't look 12. I did look more like I was 16, but
I had that same problem at 12.
There
I
you
looked
go.
16.
Same.
I was a good C cup at 12, you know.
Yep.
What was I at 12? I'm trying to remember.
I remember went to
Yeah.
Washington D.C. on like a vacation,
Yeah.
Hmm.
and I was probably 13-ish, and I'm wearing a college sweatshirt that someone had given me because why
I
not?
was wearing a Dickinson college T-shirt too because somebody gave it to me.
Yeah, so I'm
Oh.
wearing a college sweatshirt, and it fit a little tight across the chest.
Oh no.
We
And
all
I,
know that, right?
and I was at least a C cup, if not already into the D's at that age, because
Mhm.
puberty hit me hard and fast.
Same.
And we're on
I
like this
blame my
little.
husband for the F.
Hmm?
I blame my husband for the F, the D and the F.
Yay! Both Fs.
I'm an F too.
I don't have kids yet though, so I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna go figure.
I blame my son for the I blame my
Yep.
husband for the extra D I ended up with. But anyway, 'cause I'm up to 3 of those.
This could go so many.
Oh my gosh.
Well, Nick caused the problem. Cal, was the result. So between the two of them, come on. But anyway,
He cultivated them. Nick
Yeah,
cultivated
The
exactly.
extra
them.
D.
so anyway, I'm on this trip.
That vitamin
and-
D.
We're on like a little like bus that's like driving around and pointing out sites, and we're stuck in DC traffic, which, as everyone knows, is shit. And
Yeah.
this- and the college age tour guide is hitting on me.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, what year are you? What's your major?" I finally said to him, "I'm like, dude, I'm in middle school."
Face
Oh
went
my
white,
gosh.
probably.
I have never. The only other time I saw a man
Mhm.
get that pale that fast is when my OBGYN told Nick that I had to have a C-section.
Oh my god.
That is the only
Oh,
other time I saw
wow.
color like leach out of somebody's face like that.
Well, at least it wasn't like a 30-year-old hitting on you. At least
Ooh, that's
like,
gross.
a little bit closer in that end. No, I had an old coworker of mine who I'm still Facebook friends. She has kids. Well, her oldest is about to turn 18. but when the kid was around like 16, on Facebook, straight called out a dude that was hitting up her daughter's DMs or Facebook messages or whatnot. And said this person tagged him, said, "You need to leave my daughter alone. I don't know who you think you are. She is 16. You need to leave her alone." Crap. And it was like, damn, bro, these people like, and she doesn't like. It's not like she's not identified as a kid, but they're going hardcore these days.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
You
even
really
back
get to
in the
question it
80s
now.
when I was growing up, I mean, I got hit on by college kids
Yeah.
when I was in middle school. I mean,
Yeah.
I was blonde, I was large chested, and I had curves.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, my hips went
I
from like 0 to 60 in like a year. That was like what?
I've
12 or
always
13.
I've always looked more mature. I've actually been the same. The way that I looked when I had my son was the way I looked when I was 12. And like I could buy cigarettes without getting carded. I could even buy beer in a lot of places without getting carded because in Virginia, 18 was legal for beer at the time.
Yeah.
But I always have dated older guys. Like Russell's one of the younger guys I've ever dated. So that just gives you all a little bit.
See, I always dated guys that
But
were
yeah,
younger than me for some reason.
I mean, I completely understand.
Me too.
Same.
Now Eric's older than me.
I've always gone for the older guys, except for once in college.
Courtney's younger than me.
Nick is 9 months younger than me, but that's it.
Oh,
Jason's 9 years older than me,
Eric's 2.5 years older than me.
but he doesn't always act it.
No, he doesn't.
Max is about
Mine either.
a year and 10 months, but I always run up to 2 because it's just easier to remember.
Well, I always have to be very clear because Nick loves to say every year on my birthday that I'm cradle robber. So, but it's
Yes.
9 flipping months. That's it.
I think ours is 2.5 years, I want to say. I'm bad with numbers, so.
Oh, it's okay.
The one guy I dated in college was
I'm bad with numbers.
2 months younger than me. And then the other
Oh,
one was
wow.
almost exactly a year younger than me.
My ex was
I have dated
4.5 years younger than me.
Ooh.
I
No,
have
no,
dated
guys.
guys who were 8 years older than me, 8, 9 years older than me.
Wow.
So yeah,
I have a friend
yeah, and I was young.
I have a
Yeah.
friend who was 18 and married a guy who was 36.
Yeah. I was with the guy.
They're still
Ooh.
together 18 years later.
Oh, wow.
I was with the guy
There
in
you go.
college who was 3 to 4
Actually-
years younger than me.
Hmm.
Oh wow.
I had a coworker who had stepchildren that are older than her.
Oh, that's gotta be
Oh.
tough.
Oh,
Well, that's awkward.
That
Yeah.
would be,
That would-
oh,
That would be
that's awkward.
yeah.
that's a little,
Yeah.
thanks.
I mean, they don't call her mom or anything like
I
that.
bet not.
That's not it.
She was just happy.
No.
But it was like, yeah, that's just, they were older than her, so.
no, I don't think.
There was a girl that I went to school with in Louisiana, and she ended up marrying a man who was 35 years old and had a daughter who was a year younger than she was.
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
No.
Nope.
That would be, that's just,
she was a junior in high
sickening.
school.
Mm-mm.
That's almost
That's
sickening.
creepy.
That's creepy.
Yeah, you're hitting creepy levels at that point. No.
Yep.
Yeah, because that'd be like
And it
growing your daughter.
Yeah, and that's the way it was in that town. Was if you were 16 and you weren't married yet or engaged yet, something was fucked up with you.
That's kind of how it was when I was up at Frostburg. A lot of the girls right out of high school, if they weren't already married, most of them were getting married and having children. Or if they hadn't had a child in high school, they were popping them out right after graduation. Because I remember I was at the grocery store in the local food line, Food Kitty. Getting stuff, Food Kitty, getting stuff, and I'm in line, and this older woman just struck up a conversation with me and was asking me, and she was like, "So, how many children you have? And I was like, ma'am, I don't have any children. She kind of looked at me and she says, really? I was like, I go to college. And she was like, oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. There's somebody, there are young girls out there who still care about their education. I was like, oh no, my mom would kill me if I had children right now.
Right.
No shit.
Yeah. I was 12 years old and my mom used to drive taxi, and there's a large number of the Indian culture in our area. And the culture, where they come from, this particular group, if you're not married or spoken for by the time you're 12, that there's something wrong.
Oh wow.
Holy shit.
So he asked my mom if I was married yet. And my mom said, no, I want her to grow up a little bit longer.
Yeah, right.
Is there something wrong? And she goes,
Oh my
no,
God.
I just want her to grow up a little bit longer.
Well, that's like, I mean, that's the same
Oh
way
my
with
gosh.
like watching, my big fat American Gypsy wedding. A lot of these girls are, and within the Gypsy community are getting married at like 16, 16, 17. I mean, most of them don't even finish school. They go through maybe like 5th grade, and then a lot of them are pulled out. Now, there are some families who are a little more modern and will let their daughters go to school, finish, high school, but it's kind of crazy. I'm like, at 16, the idea of getting married?
I look back at me at 16 years old, and I was a little wild child. I mean, I've gotten a lot more wild as I gotten older. I mean, I know I'm weird, but
That kind of reminds me. I feel like in high school or maybe it was college, there's some kind of movie that they had us watch. And it's about a little girl in I guess past times, type of movie. Little Indian girl. I think she was like 12 or something like that. She got married off back in India, but her husband was really old, and that the husband had died. And then I remember there's like a thing, I guess, that if your husband dies, then you have to like become the equivalent of a nun. So they shave your head, all this type of stuff. And this is like 12-year-old girl whose husband died like months after they got married, and now she has to be like a nun for the rest of her life. And I wish I could find that movie.
Wow.
But it was kind of like based off of the systems that were in that age.
Yeah, and it's a cultural thing, and it was specific to the culture of this particular group.
The caste. There's certain castes.
Yeah, it's a caste.
in India.
Yeah.
And
I had
everyone has the same last name. The castes are because one of my coworkers, she's Indian, and was kind of explaining like the last name. That's why they're all the same. Is the level of the caste that you are.
Yeah.
So you can only marry within that same last name, and that's why they all have the same last name.
Yeah, and it's also why he was asking if I was married or not, and it had to do something with the caste system, and I'm like, at 12, I was barely looking at boys at that point. I mean, I was into New Kids on the Block. I was in love with Joey McIntyre, and Sean Astin, which I finally got to meet. He's so awesome.
I think about it like when I was 16, and I was like, no.
I'm not the same person I was at 16.
No.
Oh, no.
I'm totally different.
Like,
I have a backbone now.
The idea
Me
of
too.
being married and having children at 16, I'm just like,
I think
No.
about sex at 16, and I remember thinking about sex at 16, and I was like, ew, he does what?
That goes where?
hell, I was 18
Yeah.
when I first, for me. It wasn't until I was 18.
I still remember.
I was 22.
I'm not going to comment on that one, actually.
I found
We know Anna was at least 19, if not before.
I found the movie. It's called Water, and the girl was the one with the little Indian girl. She it's called Water, and I guess she was 8 years old. Was when
Oh,
it was
God.
married off.
Oh
And
my
then,
God.
she went to
That
this-
can happen?
Yeah, it doesn't mean that they're having to be conjugal of any nature, but then they're
No,
just
they
married
do.
off.
They're supposed
guess-
to be.
They're supposed to be at 8 years old. Okay, but yeah,
And
like that.
if they start
married
having
off.
children, I'll tell you a story about them then.
But yeah, just it was set in the 1980. Sorry, 38. And so yeah, and it's about it. I was spoiler, I guess, went off for the movie. But one of the girls who lives in that widow system, like she goes off and they're not allowed to grow their hair out, but one of them gets to because she gets really pretty. So the nunnery that she lives in, they make her become a prostitute so that she has long hair and all that type of stuff to try to get money in for it and all that stuff.
Oh,
It's kind of
God.
interesting and kind of just like,
And sad.
yeah, the things that
Yeah,
women have to
exactly.
suffer because we're less than in that sense.
Yeah.
Ugh. No thanks.
Hey, Goobs.
So anyway,
Yeah, Russ.
the girls that get sold off into that 8 and 12-year-olds, if they start having babies really early, then there's been a lot of research done about how as they age, then they're no longer able to control parts of their bodies.
Because their
And-
hormones
Right.
are so crazy out of control.
And stretching and stuff that they lose like full control of their bladder and bowel.
Because it's not developed. It's not full. I'm
No.
sorry, it's not fully developed at 8.
No, and then to have a child and have a wet Saint Bernard come in through the cat door,
Jesus. I'm ruining
Yeah.
people.
Did you just get that?
I mean,
I got it. Just put the image.
I got it, but I was trying not to react, and then I just lost the battle. I have never heard it described like that in my life.
Think about it.
the wet Saint Bernard.
God.
A wet Saint Bernard coming in through the cat door.
Oh, that's better than what I heard. A great saying the other day that it was hotter than a sheep's ass in a pepper patch, and I thought that was good. You beat that.
The sheep's ass in a pepper patch?
Yeah.
And it's just like, I'm
That
it's just like, I'm
You
just
can
going
go
that just
off.
that knocks giant douche canoe out of the park.
You're completely speechless at this point.
Oh my god.
Yep.
And it's just like, yeah, I'm done. You guys have.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
Yep. It flew out the window with the paper.
I'm like,
Oh.
yep.
Did you?
Yep.
Grimm's
Yep,
missed
sure.
it.
Oh, yep. Mhm.
Oh.
I'll watch it again.
We were talking about babies and such at really young ages.
Ew, babies.
Yes,
Ew.
I said it's like a wet Saint Bernard coming in through the cat door.
Yeah. Why do you want a parasite in you that you have to push a watermelon out of a hot dog casing? Like, come on.
Jesus Christ.
I had to do it when I was getting ready to take a drink.
I saw you taking a drink and I went, nope.
If you guys
Right up
ever
the nose.
If you ever seen Archer and just
Oh,
know
yes.
Cheryl is like my life, except I wish I was rich like her. But yeah, ew.
Oh
That's
my
why
god.
it's sneezed in here. I need to clean it.
God, I love that character so much. You're not my supervisor.
Not my supervisor.
Now her name keeps changing. There's Cheryl,
Cheryl,
Sharon,
Carol.
Carol.
It's because Archer doesn't know her name, and so he keeps messing it up. So she keeps changing
No
it.
one
Like
does.
he calls her, and then it just is her name again. But
Well,
I think
we're gonna-
Cheryl's her technical legal name.
What show is this?
Archer. It's on Hulu. God, you need to watch it. It's
And
so
then
fucking good.
I would also say Pam is technically my favorite. It's just the
Yes.
best. It's just my
I love
favorite is like she
her.
does with the burrito. Ah, 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 Picks it up.
Oh,
That's the whole scene. I swear to God, that's the whole scene.
Oh God.
Yeah,
That
and it's like,
reminds me-
no, I'm done. Bye. Bye.
That reminds me of One
Oh my
of
gosh.
Archer's lines from like the first season. He goes, "Fuck your dolphin, Pam." He's like beating her with
Yeah,
her own
that's the first
puppet.
Oh my god.
It's just so okay. H. John Benjamin, the same guy who does Bob from Bob's
Bob's Burgers.
Burgers.
Yeah.
It's the same guy, and it's a beautiful series. It really is.
I'll give you my ringtone that I just created. Hold on. I changed it recently. You'll recognize it. Listen.
Oh my gosh.
That's a,
Oh,
and then
my
my,
Yes, the greatest ringtone.
my text tone is this one. You have to watch Archer. It'll be funny once you actually watch
Oh
it.
my god.
Just watching YouTube makes it funny.
Yeah.
My
But,
husband,
like, it's good. It's so good.
my husband says the Imperial March.
Imperial March.
Mm-hmm.
Bum, bum,
Bum,
bum.
bum, 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 bum,
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
I wake up. That's my alarm.
Oh,
Jesus. Darth Vader's coming in your room to
Yeah.
wake you up. Oh shit, I'm up.
Yep.
Nick has
You got it.
one of the songs from Lucifer, the show,
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
soundtrack. That's his ringtone.
One of my friends was on
Oh,
Lucifer.
cool.
Jason had one of those alarms where it would wake you up with like the day and the time. And I swear there's one time like the voice was like seductive. It's a female voice. I swear it was like seducing him or something. Like I literally woke up and I was like, what the fuck was that? And he was like, oh, that was my radio. That was my alarm to wake me up. I was like, it sounded like she was trying to seduce
Uh-huh.
you or
Oh
something.
my god! See if I
The
can.
alarm was coming on to Jason.
It was like that Samsung like female voice. I was just like,
Mhm.
seriously?
You're like, that bitch was hitting on my man.
If you're willing to help with laundry and cooking, that's fine by me.
Speaking of phones, have you ever done stuff with like Siri and stuff like that? You can actually get her to say some weird stuff.
Oh crap.
Like
Yeah.
if you say, Siri, I am your father, and she'll say something like, oh, great, we'll take over the universe together, or no, 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 no. Let me see if I can do it. Siri, I am your father. Did you hear it?
Gosh.
I heard like the
A little
first
bit.
She said, no, no, that's not true. That's impossible.
Oh gosh.
That's really great. It
Mm.
shows you how many nerds are out there when it comes to these bigger companies and their their programmers basically.
Yeah, well, one of our friends, we were really having a really laugh fit on the way to Rhode Island Comic Con. It's an 8-hour drive, and we were tired, and we just decided, we were like, okay, well, we were just coming up with shit. So he decided to have Siri change his name in the phone to Fluffy Bunny Slippers.
Okay.
All right, that's random.
Fluffy bunny slippers.
And then he proceeds to have a full conversation with Siri, with her calling him Fluffy Bunny Slippers.
Oh my god.
Very nice. Very nice.
That's very
Yeah.
good. I
You-
love
She
that.
she asked him to. He asked her to marry him, and she said, "You're nice, but I don't think so."
Dude, turned down by an AI.
You want to know an interesting road trip besides, of course, going to TFCon Chicago was when I got stuck in the car with Jason, his brother, and Justin Lynette. 13 hours going to NJCC.
Oh my god.
A trip that normally takes maybe 4 hours took 13 because that was
Why?
the day of the bad windstorms. And
Oh,
the bridge on 95 was shut down. The bridge on 40 was shut down.
Oh,
We had
no.
to go all the way to Route 1 in Maryland to go across the dam.
Oh, God.
Oh,
ugh.
the fact that we didn't kill each other is a miracle.
Yeah, let's see.
Our road trips get really fun.
Russ
I mean,
and I were
once we- go ahead.
Russ and I were expecting y'all to kill each other.
No,
We kept paying attention to what y'all were doing. We were like, yeah, they're gonna kill each other.
Yeah, it was quite an interesting. Oh yeah, apparently Jason's ringtone for me is "Baby Got Back,"
Oh gosh.
which makes sense.
I used to have back in college. I had one of my college friends because I was friends with a lot of guys. His was ringtone came in, and this ringtone was happening. It was like, who's singing it? It was playing "Like a Virgin," and I answered it, and I was like, "Hey, Andy, what's up?" The group like went crazy. They were just like, what's going on? I was like, "Don't worry about it."
Don't worry about it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
That's
Lord.
awesome.
Yeah.
God, I think we're on into the point
That
where
is
we actually need
hilarious.
some human interaction.
Oh,
This helps.
Yes.
though.
oh my gosh. I had to think about what you just said. I thought you said about a human erection. I'm like,
As opposed to. Oh no! What are you getting into?
I mean, if you're into different erections, that's totally fine.
Tonight.
Okay, that's your erection preference.
oh my God.
Yes,
Well,
Jason, you make sure I get
I'm doing
Magnus-
some medicine before I got on here, so yeah.
Magnus does sleep with you guys, so
Oh, he's used to it
Oh,
though.
Just
Let's
to
not
leave
go
that
He just gives
Oh.
us that look of like, oh man, not again.
They're like rabbit.
oh god. Oh,
Oh God.
Only if you're like,
only if you're lucky, huh, Russ?
Mm.
Yeah.
yeah, we know how the men
God.
go.
Oh
Yep.
my God.
They have to do a lot to get it. God.
Eric just needs to give me the look. Okay, whatever you want.
Oh god. Hands don't count. Why not? Why not? These can do a lot, okay? Just saying.
They can.
Okay.
Mhm.
And sometimes a little, double A and triple A action too.
Well, yeah. And if you really want to go heavy duty, they have them with C's and D's, you know.
Holy shit.
Did I miss something?
Oh,
I'm forgetting everything. I just thought
Right over.
Think about this, Ams.
Double A.
Batteries.
Yes, no, I'm getting that. I'm just like, what exactly are we talking about? I'm just.
We derailed a little bit there, but that's okay.
Yes. Oh god. Oh.
It's a sausage. It's a sausage.
Oh my God.
Oh god.
That's gonna be someone's new penis name.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
call it the sausage. I like that.
And then sister over here.
Okay, I'm sorry. They don't taste like mint. They don't taste like mint.
Hashtag thick. With 3 C's. Yeah.
Okay, so I have to give you one of the funniest things that happened to me in nursing school.
Just in case anyone forgot, boys have a penis. Girls have a vagina.
Oh thank God! 'Cause I was in the dark for a while. Oh my God!
That is actually the second time today I've heard that quote. Okay, I heard it earlier today from my boss.
Oh, what?
What?
He was talking
From
to
your
he was
boss.
talking to one of my coworkers, and he said, and he goes, "Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina," and I'm like, okay.
Good for you.
You guys have to remember. I work in the automotive industry, so it is there's the gloves are completely off from the minute you walk in the door.
Mm-hmm.
You guys
Nursing's the same way. I mean,
Yeah.
heck, there are no personal boundaries in nursing.
Yeah, there can't
Nope.
be.
Mm.
I mean, I've been working on a patient, turn around and realize that I have a man who's ducking down underneath my thighs trying to do something while somebody else is trying to do something else. I mean, you have no, oh my gosh.
That's awesome. You guys want to hear something funny though? What boggles my mind is the people that don't understand basic biology, right?
Oh no.
In this day and age, it's inexcusable.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But you know how many people I have met that have brought their dog in and gone, look at the ticks. You got to get the ticks off. I've been pulling at
Oh
them.
my god. I remember this.
It's their nipples.
It's their nipples. It goes, there's a whole TikTok of a lady's all like, I'm trying to pick it off. And it's all like, does your husband have nipples? And then it goes, I look at the lady, and we look at the dog, and we look at the lady, and we look at the husband, and then she says, I'm sorry.
You know how many male dogs I've met that people have tried to yank their nipples off?
Yeah, they forget that boys have nipples.
Oh my god.
It's like, I actually said that to somebody once. I was like, and this was a guy, I'm like, do you have nipples? He's like, yeah. I said, so does your dog. Put the pliers back in the toolbox. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Don't do that to your animals. That
Oh
is-
my god. But that like
horrible.
boggled my mind, and just like the thought, like people don't understand biology. That just it popped in my head with what we were talking about. I'm like, oh my, And I saw that TikTok. I love that TikTok. I've lived that TikTok.
Yeah, it's like that. It's just like, how do you not know that boys have nipples?
That boys have a penis, girls have a vagina thing made me think that boys have nipples.
Boys have nipples,
reminds me of-
too.
Remember in
Yes.
elementary school when you used to have to fold, like you would fold the paper and they'd be like folded hot dog style or folded hamburger style.
Oh my gosh.
We actually,
Yep.
I
we
love
actually
it.
have a long-haired black cat who gets dingleberries.
Oh
And
my gosh, we
we
can do that.
we had to give her. He has to get Brazilians
Aw, yeah.
because
Yeah, I have to.
I have to take care of my cat too.
I have to trim them out. Yep. On Hershey.
We'll trim them
Yep.
out, but when we see the vet, it's
Mhm.
Yep.
it's
Sanitary clip. That's
We-
what
we-
it's called.
we call it the Brazilian.
Actually, that's what it's
Oh,
called as
God.
well. But to an owner, it's a sanitary clip.
Sanitary. Yeah.
There you go.
Sanitary clip, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
But yeah, it's like, come on, basic biology,
Friendly
people.
We're desperate.
Desperate times, come on, guys.
Oh hell yeah.
When you've ever been in a public restroom.
Oh yeah, you're scrounging at that point.
Or when you're leaning down and saying, "Hello, is anybody in here?"
Oh, no.
I have actually used.
Yeah.
It's awkward on both ends.
A good thing, one thing to do is if you're desperate, the liners that you can put down on the toilet seat.
I've done that before.
Ooh.
Yep.
Paper cuts.
So have I.
Eh.
You know what? I keep
Oh.
pads in my purse, and they can work in a pinch, and then just throw them away.
Yeah.
French fries again. I want French fries.
That's awesome.
Yeah, mine is usually. Oh, there's a French fry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much yeah.
I'm saving
Oh
that
my
for later. It's
gosh.
the popcorn that gets down there. It's like,
Oh yeah. When you stand up after a movie and you're like,
Oh Lord.
Shake the shirt
you
out.
shake
It
the
falls out.
shirt out, and it's like pop, 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 pop.
Yep.
You gotta pull your bra away from your body and then just
Oh,
like
yeah, you-
releases everything.
And then you go to the shower later, and your fine kernels stuck.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
in your-
yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's
Give it a rash over
Yep.
here. Why did I? Oh, okay.
Get
Yep.
you.
oh, oh.
It's a piece of popcorn.
This next one, I showed it to Gort, and he's all like true, and I was like, hey. I'm not sure it's true.
You're being called out.
Oh my god.
So I had an incident. My husband never says anything about what I wear. So I must be like really bumming it lately. Because the other day he goes, have you worn that pair of pants and shirt like 3 days in a row? And I'm like, when's the last time you shaved your legs? Because you're looking good and hairy. And I'm like, it might have been a while. He goes, it's not quite so sexy.
Oh.
We've been married for 20 years, we've almost 20 years, and he's like, it's not quite so sexy anymore when you're like running around in sweatpants. And why don't you wear anything sexy? I'm like, I wore something sexy the other day. He goes, that was the other day, and that was probably 2 weeks ago.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I was
gosh.
looking
I said, I changed my shirt yesterday.
At least one.
or the worst thing you
Oh
take
shit.
bra off, and you're like, how long have I been wearing the same bra? And you're like,
Yeah, no.
You do the smell test. Does it still smell good? Okay, we're fine.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
know,
if it doesn't
guys
smell, it's still
think
good to
that they're
go.
the only
you have
ones.
a little bit of that, like that sweat line.
The sweat line.
You're like,
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
fine. I can still get another few days out of this. Few weeks.
I
Yeah,
have no
exactly.
idea
Just
how good
spritz
they
it with
have
a little perfume.
Little
Oh, yeah.
Febreze.
Well, the
Febreze.
deodorant.
Yeah.
Deodorant.
It's not good to wash them all the time because then they go bad earlier.
Oh shit! Yep.
Oh, this is me. This is
That
me.
is so
Yep.
me.
Oh my god.
Weekend and night, hands down.
Yes.
Yep, that's me.
Yeah.
So for anybody listening, it says this picture says, "Me, I love the way you taste in my mouth. Coffee, keep sipping, slut. Take it all." Oh my gosh, that's what my coffee says to me every morning.
Every morning. I've had 3 cups already today. I don't know about anybody else.
All I pretty much do is drink coffee anymore.
God, it's so
This was
good.
number 4.
This is because I had pizza.
Yep,
You can't have pizza and not have
Yep.
soda.
Oh my God, yes.
exactly.
Thank you.
I agree.
Thank you.
Or beer.
Or wine.
depending on-
No
Wine's iffy.
soda.
Wine-
I don't drink beer and wine, not with pizza.
Yeah,
No.
wine's very like specific. You have to have like the right type of food.
Yeah, like Chinese food. That requires a soda.
Mhm.
Mhm. Or a mixed drink, depending.
Never tried Chinese food in a mixed drink.
Hey,
Oh,
If the Chinese restaurants ever open up again, I will try that.
Sure.
our Chinese restaurant.
ours are open.
Every
coming
single
down
one around
there.
here,
Well,
I'm coming down there because I want Chinese food.
our
Every
favorite Chinese
single
place
one around me is closed.
Ours is carry out only.
No, they're closed.
Nope.
Like
Oh.
closed. They're all
I am
closed.
so hungry for Chinese food. Somebody
Yeah,
send me Chinese food.
The only thing I could get would be Panda Express, which no, or sushi, which I love, but that's not like that's not.
That's on
Hey, I
there.
want somebody to bring me food. I can't get Chinese delivery to save my life right,
I make a mean pad thai, but there's only so far that I can go with it. And Eric doesn't eat it, so I hardly ever make it.
Oh.
I could go for some like Japanese steakhouse type food.
We're
We
Korean.
wanted to get together and go out
Okay,
to eat
you guys
after
are
this is
making
over.
me hungry all over again.
I know. I made a banging lasagna for dinner too.
I had gluten-free white pizza. That was good.
Yummy.
Really, really heavy on the garlic. So I'm sorry if you can smell it through the screen
I like garlic.
because I'm offending myself.
I was wondering where that was from.
I love garlic. I love the strong spice.
Oh shit. So ladies, I actually just looked down at the little lower corner of my screen. It's actually 10:15.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was fun.
Just
I
say
like the
this.
seat of our
So,
pants.
it
This
looks-
worked well.
Did you just say you peed in your
Yeah.
pants?
No, I said I like the seat of our pants. The thing we're doing by the seat of our pants.
Well, I mean, I like my
Oh my god. No, thankfully I had a C-section. I maintained bladder control.
I'm gonna leave this with for the night.
Oh god. Oh. All right, for anyone listening, it says me walking around my apartment. Who the fuck closed last night?
That's awesome. I love it.
For my retail people. But yeah, it is time to close. So, ladies, I guess it's good night to all. I hope
Good
you all
night.
good night to our two viewers in chat. We really appreciate that you stuck it out.
Yeah, I'll see you.
Good night,
miss
everybody.
you.
Thank you for staying in.
And anyone
We
else?
missed human contact.
Yes. Please give us all your Mimi stuff and things of that nature. We will be more than happy to share it on next week's episode. Hope you all have a wonderful evening.
And we. Bye.
Night.
Night.
Night.